Hello investors and future investors, welcome to the channel. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to trade Nubank. Now, most of you guys have not heard about this stock, but do not worry. I'm going to give you a complete walkthrough as usual about this stock, what it's about, and most importantly, how I'm going to go ahead and invest in this particular stock. Now, if you are new to options, or you're trying to use options in order to make some additional income to supplement your 9 to 5, then you so happen to stumble onto the right video. Welcome to Investment Gains. Let's jump right into it. Welcome back investors and future investors. My name is Tim, and on this channel, I show you how I use my portfolio in order to make consistent income. For today's video, we're going to be exploring Nubank. Now, Nubank is not a new company. It has been around for quite a while. However, lots of people have not heard about it. Nubank is a fintech company similar to SoFi. So I think you guys really going to like this stock. So as per usual, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get down and dirty. So we're going to start off by going into the advanced feature right here in order to look at the chart for Nubank. We're going to go to the 1 year outlook to see how it's been doing. Now, from a first look, you're going to see this is not my preferred chart setup, which I usually trade. However, I do like opportunity, and I think this company provides lots of opportunity, and maybe you yourself may see that as this video continues. Now, the current price of Nubank is sitting at $14.77. Now, the 200-day moving average, which is representative of this blue line right here, sits around 12.74ish. Let's just call it $13. So what the 200-day moving average tells me is that for the last 6 months or 200 days, this stock has been trading around the $13 price range. Now, once again, the current price is above the 200-day moving average, but not by that much. 200-day moving average, $13. Current share price, $14.77. So just about $2 above the 200-day moving average. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go down to the RSI below here, and this line right here shows you the RSI. For those of you who do not know, the RSI is what's known as a momentum indicator, and what it does is that it tells you whether the stock has been overbought or oversold. Now, for Nubank, the RSI sits roughly around 52, which is pretty decent. 50 is always the middle point, and as it goes upwards above the 50 towards the 70 RSI, that tells you that that particular stock is moving into overbought territory, and vice versa. From the 50 moving downward to the 30, that tells you that that stock is going into oversold territory. So Nubank, as it stands, it's smack right in the middle of the RSI. So that tells me personally that there isn't much risk there involved. Now, I'm going to do one last thing. We're going to go out to the 5-year outlook in order for us to look to see if we could get a strong support and also a strong resistance. Now, the first support we're going to have is going to be right here around the $14 mark, which is pretty close to where the current share price is trading right now. It's around 14-ish, 14.64. The reason why this provides a very strong support is that this white line that I'm moving, you could see that it touched this line a couple of times. Hence, it's a very strong support. Now, going all the way down to the last level of support, we're going to find it's going to be at around the 10.67-ish level. So the reason why I wanted to point that to your attention is because this shows you that this stock does not have huge spikes in any direction. The bottom support is around 10.50 and the top support is around $14. So just a $4 movement between the top level of support and the bottom level of support. Once again, this shows you that this stock does not have huge spikes. So right away, I could tell you the options on this is not going to be very, very good. Now, let's go ahead back to Nubank so I can give you some additional information before we make a decision of what option strategies that we want to use to trade Nubank. Nubank Holdings is the, let's say, like the mother company, and it's Nubank Holdings, not to be mistaken with Nubank. Nubank Holdings is headquartered in the Cayman Islands of Georgetown. However, Nubank is a subsidiary of New Holdings. Make sure you do not confuse the two. Now, Nubank is headquartered in Sao Paulo in Brazil, and its main businesses is in the entire South America, and it spans between Brazil, Mexico, and also Colombia. So that's where most of his business is. One of the opportunities I found with Nubank is that although they've been doing really, really good, they still have not entered the US market as yet. And 2 weeks ago, they have applied to start offering digital banking services in the USA. So there I saw that opportunity as well. Now let's go ahead and go down to the numbers. Now, Nubank is a fintech bank, meaning it offers digital products and not physical locations. So we could compare Nubank to pretty much SoFi. The major difference between this particular bank and SoFi is that SoFi is being hyped and being pushed everywhere on all social media and all subreddits. Meanwhile, Nubank is just here sitting quietly and just doing its things. Hence, once again, I saw the opportunity. Now, the market cap for Nubank is $71 billion. As a comparison, the market cap for SoFi sits at around 31 billion. So this company has a market cap twice as much as SoFi. The PE ratio. The PE ratio for Nubank is around 31, which is not bad. I still think it's pretty reasonable. Now, if you do compare that to the PE of SoFi, you're going to see SoFi has a price per earnings of around 52, which is way higher than Nubank's own. Now, the 52-week low for Nubank stands at $9, and for SoFi, it stands around $8.80. So the two of them pretty much have the same 52-week low. Now, the 52-week high. Nubank's 52-week high is at 1643. So currently, the stock is trading closer to the 52-week high than it is trading to the 52-week low. Now, as a comparison, once again, SoFi 52-week high is at $30, which is twice as much as Nubank. So I have mentioned this probably 3 or 4 times so far in this video. Opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. Now let's go ahead and I'm going to give you a bit more information before going ahead and jumping to the options. So let's go ahead and we're going to see the trading trends. Now with the trading trends, as we can see, Robinhood investors are selling out of this stock. Not sure why. And if you go over to hedge funds, you're going to see hedge funds are buying way more than they are selling. So I guess they see there's an opportunity here as well. Now, let's go ahead. We're going to scroll down and we're going to jump into the options chain. And for that, let's go to trade and new options. Now, so far, based on all the information that I've gathered, I think this stock presents a very good opportunity for me to get into. Remember, these videos I make is based on what I am doing personally with my portfolio. Always make sure to do your own due diligence before entering any options contract. Now, for Nubank, there's 2 things I would do with Nubank. Here's the first one I would do. The first one, because of the price that this stock is going at right now, I would go ahead and buy the shares outright. I would be buying the shares based on what's known as the DCA model or the dollar cost average model. In this model, what you do is that you buy shares at different intervals of your choosing, and you keep buying shares whether the share price keeps going up or the share price keeps going down. This is a investing strategy that allows you to capitalize at an average price as the stock moves up and down over time. So Nubank, I would lean more to investing in this company than I would for trading this company. And I would be looking to pick up anything over 100 shares, probably closer to 300 shares over the next couple of months by using dollar cost average. Now, for the options, once again, I'm looking at an investing outlook for Nubank because I really like this stock and I have seen the opportunity. So for that, I'll go to buy. I'm going to go to call and I'm going to go ahead and choose my strike date. The strike date I'll be using for Nubank is going to be, and once again, I'm going to go all the way out to January 21st, 2028, and that's going to give me 831 days to expiration. The reason for me to go in this far out is because I think that's going to be way more than enough time in order for me to outlive all the market volatility that will be happening in the near future and further out. This pretty much gives me around 2.5 years. So within 2.5 years, this stock should be able to move higher from the $14 level, a bit higher. So I'm not worried about that. I think I have bought myself way more enough time. Now to go ahead and choose my strike price after I've gone to buy and I've gone to sell and I've selected the January 2028 strike date, I'm going to choose my strike price. The strike price I'll be going with is going to be the $13 strike price. The reason I'm going with the $13 strike price is simply because I just highlighted at the start of this video that the 200-day moving average shows us that for the last 200 days or 6 months, Nubank has actually been trading around the $13 price level. So that's the average cost of it. So I have no problems entering at the $13 strike price. Now, at the $13 strike price, because this is a buy option strategy, I'm going to have to pay. The amount of money I'm going to have to pay is going to be $6.30. Once I translate that into the real world, that's going to give me $630. And that's simply because each option contract does contain 100 shares. So you simply multiply your 630 right here by 100 shares, and that should give you $630. Now, for my size portfolio, I have no issues allocating $630 of my portfolio in a 2-year investment. Hell, I may even pick up 2 contracts because after doing my thesis, I feel very strongly about this company. And if this trade does go against me and Nubank does not live up to my expectations, then I'm only losing $630, which is a very small part of my portfolio. Like I said, make sure you do your own due diligence and make sure you enter into any option strategies that's in line with your portfolio goals. So once I have this option strategy in my portfolio, and this option strategy, for those of you who do not know, is going to be known as the LEAPS option. LEAP stands for Long-Term Equity Anticipation Securities. It is a mouthful, hence we say LEAPS. Once you have this LEAPS in your portfolio, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go ahead and you're going to do absolutely nothing. You're just going to have it sit on your portfolio and you're going to wait. Now, the LEAPS option strategy is a bullish option strategy. Whenever you decide to get into this option strategy, you are of the mindset that this current share price is going to be going up as time goes by. Now, here's the most important question. How do you benefit or how do you make money from a LEAPS option? Well, this is how. By leaving this LEAPS option in your portfolio, you're simply going to be waiting for the share price to appreciate. As the share price appreciates, so too will the cost of your options. So as this share price keeps going up, you will keep making money. Now, the exit strategy. Feel free to exit this option trade whenever you think you have reached your desired level of profit. You do not need to wait until 2.5 years before getting out of this options contract. Whenever you are satisfied with your option strategy, then go ahead. You're going to close this option strategy and you're going to, most importantly, lock in your investment gains. So there you have it, investors and future investors. I feel very strongly about Nubank based on my thesis and the work I've done. And the conclusion I have drawn is that I want to invest in this company as opposed to trading this company. The 2 strategies I'm going to be using is going to be a DCA model, which is the dollar cost average strategy, and then I'm going to be buying LEAPS option and just have it sit in my portfolio, just waiting for the share price to appreciate. Now, for those of you who had made it to the end of the video, you guys are the real investors and future investors. If you guys have any questions about Nubank or the strategies I highlighted in today's video, let me know in the comments below. Now, I have a question. Is Nubank a stock that you guys can see yourself either investing in or trading in? Let me know in the comments below. Now, here's the most important part of this video. I do produce all this free content in order to help as many people start generating income from options trading. So if there's anyone you know out there that's struggling to grow a small account portfolio, then the right thing to do is to go ahead and share this video with them. Together, let's help as many people as we possibly can start generating income from options trading. Now, the last thing is that if you guys need any help with growing a small accounts portfolio, I will leave a link in the description below. Now, until the next video, keep pushing your investments.